your secret passwords, passcodes, your strength secrets, you will tell only to your son or your daughter to whom you are going to give your inheritance. Same way, most important powerful secrets Paramashiva has given to his son Muruga, Subramanya, in Agama called Sarvajnanottara. All the powerful secrets the father will tell only to his son. It is too secret. I am going to open that Agama and give all the essence of all those secrets. Secrets of Charyapada lifestyle, secrets of Kriyapada, secrets of Yogapada, and secrets of Jnanapada. I am not only going to teach you, I am going to give you exactly what Paramashiva gave it to Subramanya. Because Paramashiva himself is manifesting through this being now, giving you all exactly what was given to Subramanya. Nothing is required from your side. Just sit like innocent Subramanya, Muruga at the feet of Paramashiva. I assure you, whatever was given to Subramanya, the whole life will be given to you now. Not just words, teachings, not even just experience, life itself. I am talking to each one of you sitting in your room. I will make you all Subramanya.
Nithyanandam Paramasugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvaditam Gagana Sadursham Tattvamasyadilaksham Yegam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunaragitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, with the grace and unending compassion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, we welcome you all with our love and respects. KAILASA's Nithyananda TV is the official TV programming of Sri Kailasa, the only Hindu nation, revived by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Sri Kailasa is a home to the largest online city in the world, providing authentic teachings, culture, and lifestyle of Hinduism, and its abundant offerings in the digital platform. We request all of you to enrich yourself with enlightenment and enrich the world with enlightenment. Share this live feed on the social media platforms you are watching us. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, KAILASA's Nithyananda, to receive exciting updates about Sri Kailasa. Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, yesterday on the special occasion Ganesha Chaturthi Bhagavan graced us and gave the blessings on Ganesha Chaturthi Brahmotsavam day, and he gave a wonderful satsang directly from Sri Kailasa, that is Paramashiva's message from Sri Kailasa. He mentioned that on this Ganesha Chaturthi day, he is going to release the new economic policy for the whole Kailasa nation. And this work, Swamiji, for the past 2 years, he had done a hard work in compiling the economic policy for the only Hindu nation, Sri Kailasa. As per Vedas and Agamas, how Paramashiva himself prescribed and offered the economic policy for the well-being of the people to the whole planet Earth. Swamiji or Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam adapted the same principles and procedures, and he compiled and revived the economic policies for Sri Kailasa. Paramashiva himself, he prescribed many things, such as he said, for few things people should get continuously, freely it should be available. It is for food, medicine, and education. All those valuable things people should get freely. So that is the economic policy starts from. And the few things he also mentioned that they can exchange the materials, like how in the ancient days in our culture we used to do like this only. We don't use any money or currency before like this now. So they used to exchange the materials from one to the other. So, and then very few things only they used to get for the money. So all those things, the economic policy, Swamiji adapted, and as per Paramashiva's instruction, as per his guidance, how he manifested in Vedas and Agamas, the same procedures Swamiji revived now and gave on Ganesha Chaturthi day. He is going to release this economic policy for our Sri Kailasa. On this occasion, Swamiji himself said one beautiful incident happened in our Swamiji's personal life, that is, his autobiography of Avatar is the powerful initiation for the devotees and disciples of each one of us. Because the way how Avatar lived is the inspiration and is the initiation for all the disciples of Avatar. So there is many beautiful incidents happened in young age of Swamiji's life. This is one occasion regarding the economic policy. Actually, when he talks about, he mentioned this as a beautiful incident to all of us. There on occasion, Swamiji actually after finished his education, he went to Parivrajaka Yatra. Parivrajaka Yatra means actually every day actually Swamiji used to walk miles together without any food or without any money, without any shelter. every other day he used to walk continuously. He walked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, the length and breadth of India. Swamiji walked, and in the Parivrajaka time, Swamiji actually done a beautiful inner science or research, and then he found out the many formulas for the people, for all of us to become an enlightened being. So on this day, when Swamiji lived in Tiruvannamalai, we know in Tiruvannamalai, the Arunachala hill, there are n number of sadhus, sannyasis are filled in that place, and they're all like sannyasis and sadhus at the feet of that Arunachaleshwara. They all living this enlightened life. So like that, Swamiji from his young age, he started living with all these sannyasis, sadhus, and lived the same lifestyle of sannyashood from the young age. And after when he decided that he will not go to home, he came out of the home and then started his spiritual life. In Tiruvannamalai itself, actually there is a Arunachala hill, Girivalam path. Around the Girivalam path, the sannyasis used to live in every other places, and each sannyasis, actually whoever living there, they won't carry any money. They will just live at the grace of Arunachala, and people will come. People from wherever actually they are, they will come, and right time they will offer to sannyasis and they will be taken care. Like this only their life was continuously going on. And then one day Swamiji went for the Parivrajaka, that is he walked around the Girivalam path in Tiruvannamalai, and on that occasion actually he went near to the Thirumanjana Gopuram, and then there with a Bhikshan Dehi, like early morning, sadhus will carry the Bhikshan Dehi and then they will walk. Whoever wants to offer anything, they can offer for their food and for their puja things, whatever they want to offer, they can offer. So like that, Swamiji also went around with the Bhiksha Patra. And then one person, he called our young Swamiji, and then he saw the vibrating energy of Swamiji, and then he offered 500 rupees to Swamiji's Bhiksha Patra. Then Swamiji walked further, and then he just came back with that rupees 500 and then told him, in Tamil actually they used to have a conversation with him. அவர் சொல்லியிருக்கார், ஐயா இந்த 500 ரூபாய் என்னால வச்சு பாதுகாக்க முடியாது, இதை நீங்களே வச்சுக்கோங்க. எப்போ எனக்கு ஒரு 3 நாள் 4 நாளைக்கு ஒரு முறை எனக்கு எப்போ எனக்கு தேவையோ, அதாவது எனக்கு சாப்பாடுக்கோ இல்ல பூஜை பொருட்கள் வாங்குறதுக்கு அல்லது நான் ஹரித்தைக்கு சாப்பிடுவேன், இதுக்கு மட்டும்தான் எனக்கு பணம் தேவை, மற்றபடி வேற எதுவும் தேவையில்லை. இந்த 500 ரூபாய் நீங்களே வச்சுக்கிட்டு எனக்கு எப்பெல்லாம் தேவைப்படுறதோ அப்ப நீங்க கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா எனக்கு சௌரியமா இருக்கும். எனக்கு என் கையில வச்சிருந்தா அதுக்கு பாதுகாப்பு இல்லை. So Swamiji said in Tamil to that person that this 500 rupees, I cannot able to protect it or save this. I don't have any place. So it is not possible for me to keep this 500 rupees. It's better you keep it with you. And the only my requirement is 3 days once food and whatever it is minimum only he is taking. And then he used to do puja. For that puja, regular puja items, every 3 or 4 days you can offer. And then haritaki, the one, these are all the things only Swamiji will take. Other than this, for his personal life, nothing is required. So, how explicitly Swamiji lived the sannyas life and the sincerity he had on sannyas life is demonstrated here. And then the person of he was admired, and then Swamiji knows him, but that person actually can't able to recognize who Swamiji is. Then Swamiji mentioned him. You are, I know who you are. You are my father's friend. Then he came to recognize him that Swamiji, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, he is the son of the Mudriyar. That is, he said the Arunachal Mudriyar's son. So then he came to recognize our young Swamiji. This is the simple economic policy he had at the young age when he lived as a sadhu in Tiruvannamalai. Now, for the whole nation, Kailasa, he created the economic policy. See how much Swamiji had contributed to the whole world just by living this sannyasa dharma, by radiating this enlightenment quality. Swamiji had created the whole Kailasa nation. This, from the year 2003, we witnessed, we lived with him, we saw how much of dedicated hard work he put in creating this Kailasa. We all know, we saw that very much. That is on 2003 when he enters to Bangalore. That is, now we have our Adi Kailash Nithyananda Peetham in Bidadi, Bangalore. So this is our spiritual headquarters of our nation. And Swamiji, when he entered to Bangalore, he had 13 rupees 60 paise, and with a small yellow bag he came to Bangalore. See, within this 18 years of hard work, how Swamiji, step by step, he built the whole nation. First, initially, with the 13 rupees, he started the whole our Kailasa nation project. In those days, I personally saw that even for the food, he doesn't have any money. In the early of 2002, that is on the month of November and December, he stayed in the place Bidadi, where it's a cow shed. It is a huge dense forest area. In that area, there is no building at all for Swamiji to live. The first thing, Swamiji actually went and then he spent the whole day under the banyan tree. He started giving the spiritual healing and healed n number of people and gave the spiritual blessings. And then people started coming towards him. In those days, actually, people used to offer 5 rupee, 10 rupee. After when they get healed from the disease, from the serious disease, they used to offer maximum 100 rupee. So, sitting under the banyan tree, he started his Kailasa nation, and then such a sincere, hard work. His life, we can say, it's a hard work and involving with the life continuously. So this on 2003, Swamiji, step by step, actually gradually he grew. And then even for the food, there is no kitchen. He can't have any cook, or he doesn't have food on regular days. And those days time we don't have money also to buy all the items. So whenever the devotees, whoever actually supporting, they used to come and offer food. So like that, Swamiji had lived the hard days in his life. Now, through Kailasa nation, he is offering lakhs together people Annadan every day through all our Kailasa in India and in all the other countries. But in 2002, he himself doesn't have money for food. So all those stage he crossed, and then there is no staying place for him. Now he built the nation, and he created each and every one of Kailasa for all his disciples and devotees to live. And in the early stage, he himself doesn't have any place to start living. He used to live in the cow shed, and then the first building he built in Adi Kailash is by his own hand. He collected all the construction materials, and then with his own hand and with a hard work, he himself built the first building in Adi Kailash, that is Laughing Temple. This very, very few number of people were around him at that time. They all personally saw how much devotion and dedication, and with continuous hard work, he used to create this Sri Kailasa. So now we all are all celebrating that Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. He created the nation now. He created the economic policy for the Kailasa nation. He started his life from 13 rupees 60 paise. Now he is expanded to the nation to formulate the economic policy for the whole humanity. As prescribed by Paramashiva himself in Vedas and Agamas, Swamiji compiled this and gave as a beautiful gift for all of us on this Ganesha Chaturthi occasion. There is another beautiful incident and autobiography of his avatar incident. When we see about this Ganesha Chaturthi, this is one incident it occurred to all of us. That is Swamiji, the first event to the public, he conducted the very first event in Tiruvannamalai is Ganesha Chaturthi. Just in front of his house, he started a team of people. That is, they are the first Kailashian team. There are few other young boys. They gathered together playfully, and then they started collecting donation from the local village people, that whatever they can offer, they offered. And then with that, they got the Ganesha idol for worshipping on this Ganesha Chaturthi occasion. So Swamiji himself brought the idol and then had decorated, and a small temple has been created with all the team members. And then Ganesha is decorated with Sandana Kapu, Alankaram, all those things. And then it is ready for the celebration of Ganesha Chaturthi. On that occasion, Swamiji gave a beautiful blessing. That is the first event Swamiji himself conducted and meet the public, and he gave the first satsang at that time itself on Ganesha Chaturthi occasion. There are a number of people at Tiruvannamalai got this blessing. So after that event, see how Swamiji used to have from the young age, his lifestyle is this much of sincere and dedication is there in each and everything. How he got the donation from each one of the people just by enriching. Just by enriching, he collected the donation and then have deity of Ganesha and then celebrated Ganesha Chaturthi celebration, and then he went and then submitted what are all the expenses he did for this whole event to all those donors who were all donated, for them giving them prasadam back after the puja. They all actually saw the how much dedication and the sincerity this young Swamiji is having. So this type of energy Swamiji radiated from his young age. Now it is expanded to the big nation all over the world. Now he built temple for Ganesha. There is actually statistical data from our Nithyananda Sacred Arts University. More than 4,000 number of deities has been carved, and then it is now spreaded and sent to all our branch Kailasas. So this from the young age, it started from one Ganesha, now it becomes many and multiplying continuously. So by this way, Swamiji himself done Ganesha Chaturthi at his young age. Now we devotees are all, after witnessing and seeing this Brahmotsava, we all come to know that how Swamiji used to relate with Ganesha. Recently, there is one program conducted by Paramashivoham himself, that is Paramashivoham. In that program, Swamiji gave one day, that is darshan of Ganesha, relating with Ganesha. You can speak to him. He is alive being in Kailasa. Whenever people relate with him, he will respond to each and every one of us. He gave the initiation on the day and then told all of us to relate with Ganesha, and speak to him and offer him food, offer him liquids, whatever you are offering to him with your love, he will accept. He will accept and he will respond to each one of you. So this is the one of the initiations Swamiji gave the Paramashivoham program, and all over the world our devotees experienced, after getting this initiation, they all went to Ganesha and then offered their food, liquids to Ganesha, whatever the deities they are having in their home. Swamiji gave with that initiation, the devotees are all, they offered, and then they all experienced that physically Ganesha appeared and then had the food. Swamiji's young age experience has been replicated. Now the initiation has been given to all the devotees and disciples. Now they are all experiencing it. So we all can relate with Ganesha during this beautiful Vinayaka Chaturthi Brahmotsava time. Ganesha is available 24/7 for all of us. So we, with a lot of love and gratitude, when we relate to Ganesha, Ganesha will respond to us. This is the initiation Swamiji gave to all of us. So we will all celebrate Ganesha Chaturthi along with our Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. So we welcome you all through online, and also you can all visually you can see each and every day Brahmotsavam activity in our Kailasa team. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Reports surfacing today about the mob violence Tuesday evening in Bengaluru reveal that as many as 1,000 gangsters unleashed an assault that aimed to lynch at least one person in addition to attacking the lives of police. Chanting during the attack allegedly included "kill the cops and finish them," while police intervened as the mob set fire to the home of Congress MLA Akhand Srinivas Murthy. FIRs filed as a result of the incident suggest a meeting was held to plan response to a social media post made by the MLA's nephew that allegedly insulted Prophet Muhammad. After the meeting, machetes, iron weapons, and petrol bombs were provided to as many as 1,000 thugs who, according to the FIRs, intended to finish off the MLA's nephew while also setting fire to the MLA's house. The organized mob then directed its fury to 2 nearby police stations and burned both buildings. Fire trucks were blocked from putting out the fires. As many as a dozen vehicles were destroyed and set on fire. 60 police officials were injured during the 6 hours of assault. Audio recordings have surfaced of police officers in tears and crying to their seniors for permission to open fire as a last resort to save their own lives and colleagues. The police allegedly fired 2 warning shots into the air to clear the mob, which turned the mob more violent, which also torched nearby public property. And the FIR said that just when the mob started to disperse, some of them tried to snatch police weapons. It was then that police fired in self-defense. The FIR mentioned that the mob had come with a motive to vandalize the police station and kill cops. The FIR pointed out that the mob threatened to hack the cops to death. In giving this mob assault an anti-Hindu twist, many mass media cult members aired pictures of a human wall forming around a nearby Hindu temple, presumably suggesting that Hindu temples should also be targeted by the mob. How do Hindu temples have anything to do with the planned mob violence? Why does the mass media cult want to suggest attacking Hindu temples as a response to Facebook posts? This we should come to know. Oh Hindus, wake up! The Constitution does not protect you, does not protect deities, does not protect temples, nor Hindu practices, pujas, or even yatras. The whole world needs your help and they need it now. How can violence ever be a solution? Just sit and listen to yourself. Connect with the deity. Heal your inner space and reach out to others. Bring back the 1 million destroyed gurukuls, at least to have non-violent children. Hindus live ahimsa, not because it is easy, but because it is needed. Protect yourself and the future of Sanatana Hindu Dharma by strongly aligning to inner healing and enriching others for the same. The future of humanity depends on it. Mass media spreading currently proves at every turn to be completely blind to the importance of non-violence, to human coexistence. Pick up the authentic solutions from Hindu source scriptures, catch it, imbibe, reach out to others now. kailasa.org/global services.
Yesterday, Bhagwan, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, gave a satsang in Tamil. It was a breakthrough. It was fireworks laden, as it always is when Tamil satsang comes around, and it was also a teaser into what is to come today. And today, Swamiji is going to reveal the fiscal structure of Kailasa. We're going to get deeper insights into the fiscal structure. The Hindu import and export, for strengthening and promotion of global import-export of Hindu products, Hindu goods, Hindu services, the and support Hindu principles. Hindu international trade is the exchange of capital access going beyond international borders or territories because there is a need or want of Hindu goods, Hindu services, or Hindu products. In most countries, such trade represents a significant share of gross domestic product or GDP. And then a Hindu World Trade Center. It is an apolitical organization that can be located in any country. It functions as a network for Hindu businesses with exclusive access to international trade services and facilities and seeks to simplify and stimulate trade by bringing together governments and industry that serve and carry on trade as per Vedagamic principles. A Hindu compliance body making Hindu compliant, an act or activity that complies with the requirements of the Vedagamas or Hindu law. The term is often used in the Hindu banking industry as a synonym for Vedagamic. For example, Hindu compliant financing or Hindu compliant investment. Hindu Holdings is a company that owns the stock of other Hindu companies. A Hindu holding company usually does not produce goods or services itself. Its purpose is to own shares of other Hindu companies to form a Hindu corporate group. So deeper insights into Kailasa's fiscal structure are going to be delivered by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam on Nithyananda TV, Nithyananda TV YouTube, and Paramahamsa Nithyananda on Facebook. The economics of Kailasa are based on a framework for a dharmic economy as per the Agamas of Paramashiva. If you look at the world's economy today, it is saddled with fiat currency, which means a small group of people in the governance layer control the production and value of currency, and where banks, third-party enforcers, and the government constantly enrich themselves at the expense of ordinary people. The current system inherently lacks trust and communication, which has to be enforced externally to the system. Further, value for some currency comes from deals between powers rather than inherent value created. Subsequently, the entire system from top to bottom is based on violence. Why is the world economy like this? Can this problem be solved? Is there hope for a fairer, open, more equitable economy that benefits the individual as well as the greater good? Surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, the ancient science of yoga has answers for these questions. Enter Paramashiva's economy. Paramashiva, the original author of the science of yoga and enlightenment, lays out the core cosmic principles of oneness in the Vedas and reveals the dynamic rules that govern the working of the world based on the principle of oneness in the Agamas. The Vedas represent the basic science, the Agamas represent the applied science, and both form the operating system of the world. Again, not so surprisingly, Paramashiva discusses wealth and economics in the Agamas. He sees wealth as a core expression of enlightenment and details a framework to create a superconscious society through an agamic economy. According to Paramashiva, all economies in alignment with oneness will share certain behavioral patterns. First and foremost is one where what benefits the individual benefits the greater good, and what benefits the greater good benefits the individual. Second is the idea of non-violent money. Non-violent money, where value is created purely based on businesses that enrich people, eliminating any business or economic practice that thrives on exploitation, such as insurance. Anything that increases in value by being shared should be freely available to all. For example, education, open source software, even food. That way, the growth of the individual and the growth of the society are aligned. Anything required for day-to-day living and lifestyle should be created in a self-sufficient way. Actually, food comes under this: healthcare, clothing, food, all of that. Self-sufficient economies do not outsource their basic needs. But in the modern consumption-based economy, outsourcing things like food has led to creation of dependence of the society on food-like products, which again, in turn, leads to poor health. Self-sufficient economies. Swamiji has beautifully given the example of how, in the Vedagamic tradition, just the basic lifestyle of how villages are set out, how families, there'll be probably a one tree or one cow family. The cow, the Go Mata, is actually part of the family. Also, there are about 10 trees that you can plant, which are very actually abundantly available everywhere and very easy to grow. Basic trees that Paramashiva says should be part of every family, every self-efficient economy. Very simply, the whole family can take care of itself, starting with the food, the milk, the butter, the ghee, all of that, the rice, the vegetables, all of that, and especially one of the trees is a moringa tree. It's very nutrient. It has now become a thing in the West. It's called moringa. What normally in Tamil it's called muringai kai. Muringai rather. It's being branded as a enriched product, enriched green, and it is, and it is quite common. And a few trees like that, like a coconut tree, for example, it is a multi-purpose tree. It not only offers the coconut, so many things, the tender coconut, the water that heals the whole, every piece of the coconut tree actually we can say is useful for something or the other in the household. So if you have a few trees like that and a cow family maybe, then your family is whole self-sustained. You actually have even the basic level of disinfectants from the cow dung. Actually, it is still a practice in many Indian families, especially in villages, where they paste the cow dung on the floor in front of the main entrance of the house, so that when people walk in, they actually set their bare foot on the cow dung, and it is a disinfectant. It is a disinfectant, and it disinfects anything that may have caught on under the feet will be killed. Any bacteria will be killed, eliminated, and so on. So a beautiful self-sustaining economy can happen. So anyway, self-sufficient economies do not outsource their basic needs. This is at a smaller scale, probably at the lowest scale. It is a lowest denomination, or rather we can say it's the lowest granularity. But larger and larger self-sufficient economies, let's say the whole, now expanding that to the whole community, to the whole nation, then the economy becomes self-sufficient. Then there is no outsourcing of basic needs. The key insight here is that the fiat currency model has been exported to both education and healthcare in this world, leading to exploitative economies. In Paramashiva's economy, currency only comes into play for projects that require the coordination of people and resources for long-term investments. But this currency should be based on contribution. Trading time and energy to create money, and ownership and responsibility should be distributed throughout the system. In Paramashiva's economy, the people and Paramashiva are co-creators of money. Money translates into value, where our ability to be intelligently active and constantly contributing is wealth. The ability to keep the currency current and moving gives value to that currency. Where Paramashiva embodies and incarnates on earth, the place where he lives is Kailasa, the latest incarnation of Paramashiva, His Divine Holiness, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. His goal is to create a superconscious society through liberating economic practices outlined in the Agamas. The pillars in the Dharmic economy, Hindu investment and a reserve bank. The goal is ambitious. What we are trying to achieve as part of Kailasa is to create a framework for an economic network for Kailasa, where contribution to the Kailasa mission will go directly in building superconscious society, running on the core principles of benefit for all and generate multifold return for the participants and investors in the economy. As said in the Bhagavad Gita, Dharmo Rakshito Rakshitaha. Those who contribute to the world are rewarded. There are multiple dimensions of meaning for this verse. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Those who contribute to the world are rewarded in kind. Participants in this economy will understand the true meaning of charity. It's not that you get rich and then contribute to the world, but in the new economy, you will get rich by contributing to the world. Towards this goal, we plan to create a vehicle which consists of the Hindu investment and reserve bank. An investment vehicle to centralize Hindu devotee cash flow. This fund will attract investment from the entire Hindu community, one of the wealthiest communities in the world. This fund will strengthen the community by investing in things that matter to the community, in purely non-violent businesses that follow the principles of Agama. It will lend money to the members of the community for them to invest in non-violent businesses. The ownership of the bank will be decentralized, so there is trust and ownership. The fund will be so attractive that anyone in the world will be eager to invest. At a more ambitious scale, the aim is to create a Hindu reserve bank, which creates its own supply of money, which is not contaminated by fiat currency. Imagine that this currency is the only one accepted in the Paramashiva economy to participate in the Dharmic economy, one that is aligned with the cosmic laws, one that will give them enormous spiritual rewards and multiple returns on investment. People have to use this currency. An ideal way to create such a currency is through cryptocurrency. Let us now listen to Paramashiva, Bhagavan, His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, giving an introduction, a glimpse into what this might look like, the understanding of economy, how this is going to be a part of Kailasa and what it means to be a part of Kailasa. Essentially, how the whole ecosystem, the Kailasa ecosystem is going to be created and how it is going to be based on what Paramashiva revealed in the Agamas and exactly what we mean by Paramashiva's concept of wealth and economy. Let's have a listen.
If you understand the Sadashiva's concept of currency and Sadashiva's concept of wealth and Sadashiva's concept of economy, I am defining wealth as per Sadashiva from Agamas. Your ability to intelligently enrich the society in some form. Enriching does not mean only through teaching. It can even be stitching their shoes. Even that is enriching. Enriching in some form. Enriching the humanity in some form and doing it very intelligently and inspiring the humanity to contribute back to you so you can continue to enrich. That's it. That is wealth. That is wealth consciousness. That's a strategy for wealth. Currency is modus operandi, the methodology through which interaction and transactions happen is currency. If the wealth consciousness is awakened in multiple people and you make the currency more current, that is called economy. That's all. Understand, I have defined these three words clearly. And the same way, Vaishya, who gives his time, can raise money doing business, selling the right things needed for society. Moral business, life positive moral business is allowed for Vaishya. Kshatriya is allowed to administer without putting people in fear. Shudra is allowed to have money earned for the work he delivers. We are going to follow the same economic policies of Paramashiva. We are going to revive spiritual legitimacy. We are going to revive and bring spiritual legitimacy, religious legitimacy, social legitimacy, cultural legitimacy, economic legitimacy, scientific legitimacy, moral legitimacy, and ultimately political legitimacy to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Understand? I am very clear. The doors are opening. Paramashiva is.
So it will be about bringing economic legitimacy to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And Sri KAILASA is now created as the model nation, the only Hindu nation, and the way that the economy will thrive. And it is bound to happen because, as we saw earlier, Hindus are the most productive of any immigrant group in any developed country. For example, in the US, the most productive, the wealthiest immigrant community is Hindus. With such an economy, because the fundamentals are very strong. So with such an economy, it is quite easy to create, and directly with Paramashiva's guidance, the economy is bound to be successful. Is bound to be successful beyond our imagination. Actually, it is quite clear that we cannot even imagine such an economy because this is not something the world has seen. The economy-based, non-violence-based wealth is something the world has not seen. So it's not even possible to imagine for most of us. Now Paramashiva has already brought it. Swamiji has already brought it and has made it available. Now, just one more clip we wanted to have is just to show the economic policy, exactly what the policy is, as Swamiji described it. Let's take a listen.
In Hindu tradition, the economy is 3-layer: grain-based, metal-based, and all the precious things you get from the ocean, pearls, those items. Sanganidhi, Badumanidhi. Padumanidhi means all the items you get from the ground comes under Batmanidhi, like a grain and metal. All the things you get from ocean is formed as Sankanidhi. Shanka, Kanch. Shankanidhi, Padumanidhi. That's all. This two is the currency. And in Batmanidhi, two category: grain-based economy and metal-based economy. Whole thing is contributing economy. Does not encourage stealing, swindling-based economy. No. The Hindu dharmic economy principles. Hindu principles of conscious manifestation of reality. In every level, I wanted to keep all the Hindu principles alive and bring legitimacy and demonstrate it. It still works. This is the best. Understand? This is the best. Somebody asked in Twitter, I think many people are asking, the official languages on KAILASA page says English, Sanskrit and Tamil. Why Hindi is missing? Alright, now I am declaring all the languages spoken in the Hindu 56 desas which was there during the Mahabharata. So I am taking Mahabharata time as the cutoff period. During the Mahabharata period, all the nations which existed and all the languages spoken will be official language of KAILASA. We will now list it. Understand? So I am taking Mahabharata period as cutoff period. The Hindu nations existed during Mahabharata period and the languages spoken at that time, all those languages will be the official languages of KAILASA. All the scriptures existed till that time will be collected, organized, decoded, demystified and made user-friendly and presented to the whole world freely, because we believe education is free. Open sourcing system. Paramashiva believes in open sourcing system.
Yesterday, Swamiji delivered an explosive satsang in Tamil. He laid out the four aspects of the purpose of life: the dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Dharma is the jiva, jagat, and Ishvara. The Upanishads call them Jagatyam Jagat. How it is a change. The changing world in front of us is Jagat. Jiva, which is the self, and then that which is beyond those two, the Jiva and Jagat, which is Ishvara. Having the clarity about these in life is Dharma. Artha means how you are contributing to the society. How the society around us is expecting us to be, what we expect from the society, and how we can fit in to the society. That is Artha. How I can contribute to the society and how society will support me back and contribute to me. The expression of Artha is wealth. Dharma, Artha and Kama. All three. Beyond that, anything that is related to the existence, the functioning of the existence, associating with that is moksha. Simply associating with the motion of existence, the flow of existence. beyond dharma, artha and kama is moksha. If anyone even has the basic knowledge of these four principles, they will be liberated. Paramashiva in the Agamas says some things should be given free, like food, like education, and then there are some things that can be given on a banter basis, exchange of goods, exchange of services. All those policies are incorporated in Kailasa's economy with direct guidance, grace and instructions of Paramashiva. The Hindu scriptures, Agamas, which carry the policy, they have now come alive. Kailasa's economy policy has been framed based on those scriptures, those tenets given by Lord His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Somebody who has the clarity about themselves will never be shaken by other words, abusive words, or words that threaten or malign. That is the beauty of somebody who has the stability and the strength based on having the clarity of what we need and what we want in our lives. What is your larger vision of life? It is time to contemplate. This is from a Satsang, and a very recent Satsang, maybe a day ago, that Swamiji said, only those who are excited by their larger vision of life will be able to survive in the post-corona world, because things are going to be different, totally different. And if you have a larger vision, and if you are excited by that larger vision, then only you will be saved. Otherwise, very simply, you will not survive. So it is time to question ourselves, what is our larger vision? And does that include Paramashiva? Does that factor in Paramashiva in some way? You can follow us on Twitter, comment on Facebook or on YouTube, and give your perspective and share your thoughts. Even in this live feed on Facebook or Twitter that you are watching us on YouTube, you can share that. And also at the same time, share this live feed with more and more people, enriching yourself with enlightenment and enriching others with enlightenment. It is now time to prepare ourselves to sit, simply sit in Upanishad with His Divine Holiness Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, making a conscious resolution to be in absolute listening, to offer our absolute listening, to carry a simple integrity that we are here and we are available to receive Paramashiva's revelations. Let us chant the Mahavakya, let us sit in Padmasana, how much ever our body is willing and able to. Just by sitting in Padmasana will give us that innate strength needed to absorb and imbibe powerful cognitions. So let us sit in Padmasana and chant the Mahavakya initiated by Swamiji. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परम.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
என்னப்பனல்லவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா என்னப்பன் 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 அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா என்னப்பன் 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 அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா என்னப்பன் 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 அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட ஏழாம் உடல்கள் தாண்டி நித்திய வாழ்வும் கண்டிட கேடான காலம் தன்னை வென்ற நிலை நின்றிட சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா சீரான பாவம் வழி நீங்க பெரும் வாழ்வினே கொண்டாட நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் தரை நீதவா என்னப்பன் 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 அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை மடிக்கவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயுமல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா நித்யானந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம்
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Yajamans, manifestors, Sarvavarityahis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedars, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasas, E-Gurukul students, Kailasas, NHU students, Paramashivoganas, Paramashivoham Season 10 participants, all those sitting with us live on Kailasa TV, Kailasas, NTV, Kailasas, HNTV and other social media platforms. I welcome all of you with my love and respect. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Conscious elasticity is ability to unclutch and operate. Ability to unclutch and operate. In Sanskrit, we use the word called Sahaja Samadhi. Ability to be absolutely stress-free, but alive, active, vibrant. I can sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi whole day in this Batmasana and go on releasing the ideas about Kailasa, Reserve Bank of Kailasa. Morning Satsangathula introduce பண்ண போறேன்னு சொன்னங்க. யாத நியூஸ் ஆக்கிவிட்டாரு. இன்னும் ரிலீஸ் பண்ண கூட இல்லை. பண்றேன்னு சொன்னேன், அவ்வளவுதான். எல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. நம்ம டிவோட்டீஸ், டிசைபிள்ஸ், சிஷ்ய கோடிங்கெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. உங்களை விட சின்சியரா அவனுங்கெல்லாம் சத் சங்கம் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கானுங்க. அவனுங்க என்லைட்டன் ஆகிறதுக்கு மட்டும் நீங்க ஆயிடுங்க. என்னையா போற போக்க பார்த்தா அந்த காலத்திலலாம் ஒரு சாதாரணமா நாடுன்னு நடத்துற ஒரு என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, அந்த நாட்டோட பிரசிடென்ட்டு, பிரைம் மினிஸ்டரு, அதிபர் இவங்கெல்லாம் ஏதாவது ஒரு விஷயத்தை உலகத்துக்கு சொல்லணும்னா அவங்க மீடியாவை கூப்பிடுவாங்க, பிரஸ் மீட் நடத்துவாங்க, சொல்லுவாங்க, அது உலகம் முழுக்க பரவும். நம்ம இருந்த இடத்துல இருந்து எதையோ சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கிறோம். அவன் எடுத்து போட்டு வைரல் ஆக்கிட்டு போயிட்டே இருக்காங்க. Usually, presidents, prime ministers, head of states, if they want to reveal something, announce something to the world, they will call for a press meet. There will be a formal press meet. They will announce and the media will ask questions and they will answer. Then it will be taken to the world. But here, I did not even make the announcement. I said, I will make the announcement on Ganesh Chaturthi. That's it. It is all over media and social media, internationally, globally. I finished the satsang, went and sat in Samadhi, attended to some of my puja and all the spiritual activities. When I came out and saw just Reserve Bank of Kailasa, 200 videos are up there. ஏடா அவங்க சின்சியாரிட்டிக்கு ஒரு அளவே இல்லையாடா. சரி, கொரோனா இல்லாத காலத்தில் நியூஸ் வேணும்னு தேடிட்டு இருப்பீங்க, அதனால யார் என்ன சொன்னாலும் போடுவீங்க. இப்பதான் கொரோனா தான் பெரிய நியூஸ் இருக்கே. நம்மளை யார் சீண்ட போறாங்கன்னு நினைச்சு தான் நான் கேஷுவலா சொல்லிவிட்டேன். Actually, we are ready to announce. We are going to be announcing, and I am already ready with all the policies. Very elaborately the economic policies and economic strategies, and actually I was planning this 10 days Brahmotsavam itself. I will detail out all the economic policies and principles, strategies with Shastra Pramana in English and in Tamil, both languages. In both languages, I'll use Sanskrit. Fundamentally, the policies are formed based on Sanskrit scriptures. So the policies are in Sanskrit, translated in both the languages, English and Tamil, both languages. But only I was wondering, still I am not able to logically understand why this Reserve Bank of Kailasa became so popular, viral. Because I am talking every day, so many things.
प्रमथपदगे नमस्ते अस्तु लंबोदराय एकदंताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुदाय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः।
Nithyanandam. on this auspicious second day of the Ganesha Chaturthi Brahmotsavam. Today, in the Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Peetham, Shri Mahaganapati Ananda Ganesha, with 8 hands and 8 ayudhas, is gracing in Sarva Lankara on the Bhuta Vahanam. We now offer our worship at the feet of Shri Mahaganapati, Shri Ananda Ganesha, and at the feet of His Divine Holiness, Guru Mahasannidhanam, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, our most beloved Swamiji. Gajananam bhutaganadhisevitam kapithajambu phalasarabhakshitam umasutam shoka vinashakaranam namami vigneshwara pada pankajam. Om Dhurasi Dhurvadhurvantan Dhurvatanyo Osman Dhurvaditan Dhurvayam Vayam Dhurvamasvan Devanamasi Satchitamam Papritamam Jushtatamam Vanhitamam Devahutamam Ahritamasi Havirdhanandrigam Hasvamakhva Armitrasya Tvachakusha Prekshema Bherma Samvikha Matsvahigam Tisham. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Dhupamagrapayami. Om Uddipya Svajata Vedo Pagnan Nirritim Mama Pashugischa Mahyamavaha Jivanancha Disho Disha Mano Higamsi Jata Vedo Gamashvam Purusham Jagat Abhibhadagna Agahi Shriyama Paripataya. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Yekaharati Deepam Sandarshayami. Om Madhuvatarta Yate Madhuksharanti Sindhavaha Madhvirna Santoshadhihi Madhunakta Mutoshasi Madhumatparthivagam Rajaha Madhudyaurastunas Pita Madhuman Novanaspatir Madhumagam Astu Madhvirgavo Bhavantunaha Madhu Madhu Madhu. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nana Vidhani Naivedyani Nivedayami. Nivedananantaram Achamanam Samarpayami. Om Namo Vratapataye Namo Ganapataye Namah Pramathapataye Namaste Stulambodaraye Kadantaya Vigna Vinashine Shivasutaya Varadamurtaye Namaha. Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्र तारकम् नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तम् अनुभाति सर्वम् तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. ओम श्री महागणपते नमः. श्री आनंद गणेशाय नमः. सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः. सर्वोपचार पूजार्थे सर्वापराध क्षमापणार्थे समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थे आनंद कर्पूर नीराजनम संदर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि.
With the grace of Ganapati. I'll continue to expand. Understand the principle of conscious elasticity, then you will be able to understand what I am trying to share with you all. Conscious elasticity means ability to completely unclutch and ability to fully involve both. This ability gets built in your system when you start enjoying unclutching more and more. There was a great saint, Ramalinga Vallalar, in South India. He gives a beautiful 3 instruction. Pasittiru, thanittiru, vizhittiru. Means always body should feel hunger. You should never dump the body with food and seal it up to this. Pasittiru. Always body should be functioning, alive, hungry, burning. Jataragni should be burning. See the Homagni also in Yagunta also. If you dump the whole thing, the fire will be choked and it will not even be able to burn whatever you offered as ahuti. So you should do it in such a way that the fire should not be overloaded. Same way the Jataragni, the fire in your stomach, responsible for hunger, digestion. It should not be overloaded. It should be kept alive, constantly burning, alive. Excited, inspired, burning. Listen carefully. Pasittiru means keep your body hungry. Always, always a level of hunger should be there. Thanittiru, be unclutched. Vizhittiru, be fully alive in the state of Turiyatita and Turiyatita. That's the essence of this great saint's teaching, Ramalinga Vallalar. Pasittiru, thanittiru, vizhittiru. These 3 will make the conscious elasticity happen in you. I tell you, human mind is capable of manifesting everything in the life. Listen carefully. You are absolutely capable of manifesting all the powers and possibilities of Paramashiva. your delusion, I should say, the delusion forcibly dumped on you by society, your brainwashing education system, actually, society does not want classy people. It wants middle class, mediocre. Because only then it can continue to exploit you and you will be like a sheep. That is why the brainwashing, materialistic education teaches you, if you are absolutely silent, unclutched, you will not be active, enjoying life. If you are active, outgoing, you will not be indrawn. That is stupidity taught to you. This is taught in multiple levels. You should always be outgoing, and if you learnt only outgoing, you will collapse in depression. If you learnt only going inside, you will not collapse in depression. Maybe you will be a little impractical with the outer world. But I tell you, real unclutching is neither only going inward nor only going outward. It is expanding your conscious elasticity. The more you learn unclutching, you will have the ability to go inward, and you will have so much excitement and deep involved thinking through. So many celebrities who are absolutely outgoing are depressed and suicidal in their personal lives. Celebrity suicide is not accident. By the fundamental design of the binary logic and Macaulay education and materialistic brainwashing, only outgoing person has to be suicidal. It's not something rare. Whether comedians or stand-up comedians or all celebrity, the film actors or even the celebrity journalists, stage actors, the only outgoing, and you see, if you are brainwashed, you are capable of only one thing. That is all is needed to destroy you. Either you die as a mediocre forever, or you live as conflicted genius and collapse. I tell you, conscious elasticity, capacity to be in absolute turyatita, in nirvikalpa samadhi, and jakrat, involved. Conscious elasticity means you can catch a thought before it gets formed inside you. Microscopic. And you can see the stars. Telescopic. And know the path it is traveling. Understand? You can catch a thought before it forms inside you. Microscopic. You can see the stars and its path. Telescopic. Is what I call as conscious elasticity. I tell you, you are simply capable of it. You are simply capable of it. You just need to drop the brainwashing done to you by the materialistic, deluded human society. They themselves are deluded, so they delude you. They really think this is the right. It's like a mother-in-law who was tortured by her mother-in-law, tortures her daughter-in-law, and her daughter-in-law learns the same trend and plans to torture her daughter-in-law. Inherited stupidity is the delusion of society. Understand? Hindu tradition is the most beautiful inherited enlightenment ecosystem. But brutally, violently, we let that inherited enlightenment ecosystem to be raped literally by the invaders. Almost lost it and standing now as orphans. Every temple disturbed is a rape happens on that ecosystem. For example, Shabarimala Ayyappan temple. If the agama and the tradition, the sacred heritage says don't allow mensurating women to this temple, that's it. It is to keep that enlightenment ecosystem of that temple for which that infrastructure, that temple was created. To be kept alive, those principles should be followed. Crossing that is literally abusing, raping that enlightenment ecosystem. It is not good. It is not right. I uttered two words. It is not good. It is not right. Understand? In each place, deity is birthed. Means God is requested and prayed to take birth in the form of that deity, like Parandama has taken the Archavatara of Attivaradar due to Brahma's prayer. Then Venkateshwara, Srinivasa becomes Archavatara after he completes what he needs to complete with the body he was using. Meenakshi is birthed by the prayers of Malayadvajan and Kanchanamala. Whether Avatara or Archavatara, they are birthed with certain principles and set of agamic cosmic science cosmic principles Understand? Treating them so cheaply, so lightly. Is violating the divine rights of the deity. And please understand, just like animal-human conflicts happening in all the forest border villages, see these forest border villages, if the humans cross understanding they have with animals, animals will cross the understanding they have with human beings. It's like there's an understanding. This is the border. I will not cross this. You don't cross this. As long as we maintain our understandings, they also maintain. The conflicts will not be there. But when we cross, they cross, and then after that, once we cross and they cross and the conflict starts, nothing goes logically. It's all then war, runs into riot. Then it becomes survival. Whether you kill the animal first or animal kills you the first. Understand, we are getting into that kind of a human-divine conflict, which is not right. The greatest thing India has is Hindu energy centers, Shakti Peethas, enlightenment ecosystems gifted by great Hindu incarnations, sages, saints, rishis, munis. Anti-Hindu forces are let loose, and the way they are raping these enlightenment ecosystems is leading to human-divine conflicts. We all know man-animal conflict. What happens in this border, forest border district and villages, how the elephant enters into the village and villages try to enter into the forest for killing animals for various reasons, whether it's for various reasons. Invading the sacred is neither good nor right. Anyhow, listen to the principles I am trying to share with you all. The conscious elasticity. Learn more and more to be alive, awake, pasittiru, tanittiru, vizhittiru. Always be hungry. Means don't dump food, and always be unclutched. Always be alive, fully involved. I can sit whole day in samadhi, unclutched, and get involved to the extreme details of micromanaging. Here I have many strategies, principles, policies to share with you all, of course, with the whole world. We are going to be providing this important service. Now we have a large number of people interested in Hinduism and Kailasa. We are going to be providing these services. First, Hindu compliance body. See, just like Islam has their structure of halal meat, even in the meat they have a standard. These all the procedures should be followed. Only then this is the meat accepted as per their religion, their standards, their beliefs. Hinduism has a detailed compliance procedures for everything. Food, business standards. Just like many countries have their own standards for service providing, for hotels, for any services provided, even for that there are standards. In some countries they call it ISI mark, some countries AG mark, each country has their own system. The compliance system to classify the standard, like 3-star hotel, 4-star hotel, 5-star hotel, how you classify. Some religions have their compliance system, some nations have their compliance system. I wanted to revive the Hindu compliance system to the whole world. We are going to do this as a service to the world. We are not going to charge anything for this. Anybody can ask whether their house is compliant as per Hindu Shastra. We will provide a knowledge-based service. We will provide you with the details. This is the way. The house should be as per Hindu compliance, like a Vastu, based on Kamika Agama Vastu. Kamika Agama is the Vastu Agama. It gives an elaborate descriptions and details. How a house should be, how a pond should be, how a village should be, how a city should be, everything. So we are going to be providing this service. Whether Hindu compliance for house, Vastu Shastra. Hindu compliance for personal jewelry. Please understand, the Hindu gemology is Hindu compliance for personal jewelry. You are born in this nakshatra, Rashi. So these are the precious gemstones, will be best for your attitude and aptitude and to keep you maximum available for yourself and for the world. So Hindu compliance for personal jewelries is Hindu gemology. Hindu compliance for energy beads, Rudraksha, Tulsi, Spatika, all that. Not just diamond, pearl, coral, not just Navaratna, even the Rudraksha, all these. Hindu compliance for personal jewelry. One beautiful thing is Hinduism is such a rich religion. It gives you vast choices. Actually, it doesn't restrict you. It just educates you and empowers you. Hindu compliance basically itself non-restrictive, empowering, enlightening principles is fundamentally the Hindu compliance principles. If you ask about the jewelry, you will not find a single restricting rule. You will only find empowering principles. You have this option, this choice, that choice. So much you can enjoy with all this using your own creativity. Same way, house. Vastu. Vastu is not restrictive, empowering. Whether to conduct certain ritual or to conduct your business, the Hindu compliance or to offer some service, elaborate scriptures are available. I am going to revive and make it available. Please understand, somehow unfortunately, last 200 years, forcibly, we are made to believe Hinduism is functional principle only for enlightenment and spirituality. It is absolutely dysfunctional for political, social, economical system. See, making Hindu family structure, Hindu social structure dysfunctional is the greatest crime done against humanity. I am absolutely against so many brainwashing attacks on Hinduism. Please listen. Hinduism is manifested by Paramashiva himself with his disciples, Saptarishis, revealed by Paramashiva, documented and organized by Saptarishis and Dharmashastras. If you get somebody of that caliber, absolute selfless tyagis and brilliant, and develop certain principles, and using that principles you want to replace them with Hindu principles, I am absolutely okay, because Hinduism itself does not say no to it. It says Smriti can be changed, Dharma Shastras can evolve. The beauty of Hinduism. The founding fathers had tremendous trust on the intelligence of the future generations. But unfortunately, we are not trying to upgrade, we are trying to invade. Upgrading is different, invading is different. Invading the smritis is not upgrading the smritis. Making Hindu family structure as dysfunctional family structure. Making Hindu social structure as dysfunctional social structure. These are the worst crimes being committed against humanity. We wanted to revive the Hindu compliance body. Whether you want to build a temple, you want to build your home, we support you, help you with Hindu law, the Hindu compliance, Hindu principles. Anti-Hindu forces, 5M, they just invade and evade, avoid dealing with or accepting morally, legally required responsibilities, but just invade. That is the way Hinduism is being abused and literally raped by the anti-Hindu terrorists and mafia. Understand? So reviving Hindu compliance body and Hindu compliance, we are also going to make it as a very transparent. All the original principles we already started translating. For example, hotel service. What is Hindu compliance in the hotel service? And food. What is Hindu compliance for vegetarian food? Non-vegetarian food. What is Hindu compliance for non-vegetarian food? Restaurant. What is Hindu compliance for restaurant? We will provide this Hindu compliance certification free of cost as a service. And as you all know that I launched 6 Om. Saffron Om, Yellow Om, Green Om, the social service organizations, bodies. Same way today I have few to share with you all, which we are launching formally with the grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva, Parashakti, Samrajya Lakshmi. Hindu import and export, IMPEX, Hindu IMPEX services for strengthening and promotion of global import-export of Hindu products, Hindu goods, Hindu services that support Hindu principles, Hindu international trade, is the exchange of capital across international borders or territories, because there is a need or want of Hindu goods, Hindu services or Hindu products. In most countries, such trade represents significant share of gross and domestic product. With this principle, keeping each country law as the first priority. For example, any countries we will be operating, that local laws of that country will be the first priority. Now what I read out is the vision statement. This will be the second priority. Keeping the local country's laws as the first priority, the Hindu import-export services will be operating all over the world. Hindu World Trade Center. I'll actually, all this explanation and vision, this strategies, policies, economic policies, everything I'll publish it with Shastra Pramana, with the original Sanskrit Shastra Pramana references and English translation and Tamil translation, practical implication and executive order. Everything. I'll share it with you all. Now I am just introducing Hindu World Trade Center. A Hindu World Trade Center is a apolitical organization that will be located in multiple countries. It functions as a network for Hindu business. Hindu businesses with access to international trade services, facilities, and it also will be helping simplify and stimulate trade by bringing together governments and industry that serve and carry on trade as per Hindu principles. We have also taken the services of 6 international organizations in the field of auditing, legal services, and knowledge input for currency, banking services, structuring these legal bodies all over the world. For example, if somebody wants these services to be provided in X country, we will work with the law of that country. As per that X country's law, we will form the bodies, legal bodies needed, whether for-profit entity or non-profit entity. There are some countries which provide both for-profit, non-profit together. So as per that country's law, the legal infrastructures will be established, and with the vision of Hindu principles and Kailasa, those services will be provided. As and now, we are launching all these services. Hindu compliance body, Hindu import-export, Hindu World Trade Center, everything as a service-oriented. Means non-profit. We are not expecting any profit from these services. We are going to provide these services to help people live Hindu principles. As and now, this is the policy. There will also be an organization, Hindu Holdings, that owns the stock of Hindu companies. The Hindu holding company, it doesn't produce any goods or services itself. Its purpose is to own the shares of other Hindu companies to form Hindu corporate group. ஓடுதாங்கி பிக்ஷாடனாய் வந்த எம்பெருமானியதான் ஸ்வர்ணாகர்ஷண தனாகர்ஷண பைரவனாய் அமர்ந்து உலகத்தின் அர்த்தத்தை அர்த்தத்தோடு நிகழ்த்துகிறான். Paramashiva, who came as a Bhikshadana with a begging bowl, the same Paramashiva sits as Swarnakarshana, Dhanakarshana Bhairava and runs the economy of the universe. So as on now, I am introducing all these principles, services, strategies of Kailasa. I have always seen the disciples who feel, wow, Swamiji is doing so much. They do so much, contribute to the world. Some of the bongus who feel, he tells so many things. Will ever all this become reality? They never do anything in their life. They are extreme, frozen, convinced failure due to their non-involvement and laziness. They project the same on me. I'm just 42. Just look at the history, my track record, what I have achieved. I might have come little late to deliver whatever I claimed, but never went without delivering. Whether it is a software to make the animals speak in Sanskrit and Tamil, or powers of Paramashiva, I might have come a few days late, but never missed delivering the product. See, sometimes the delay in time happens due to the attack from the anti-Hindu forces and how I need to handle them and then contribute my positive contributions. Unfortunately, Hindus are too broken. That's the right word I'll use. Last 1,000 years of slavery and especially 200 years of brutal brainwashing and slavery. Hindus lost confidence that Hinduism is a functional social system, economic system, legal system. Please understand, still Hindus are having the confidence Hinduism is a functional religious system. But unfortunately, even Hindus are not ready to believe Hinduism is functional business system. Hinduism is functional trade system. Hinduism is functional social system. Hinduism is functional for all your pleasures, joys, luxuries, comforts. It is absolutely practical even in modern day. Even Hindus lost confidence in this. Hinduism is a powerful, beautiful, stable, functional legal system. It is amazing functional economic system, functional legal system, functional social system, functional moral system. I am trying to revive each of that aspect through a ministry. The finance ministry of Kailasa is with the only vision and motive of making world understand Hinduism is a functional economic system. Same way Hinduism is a functional education system. Hinduism is a functional medical system. Please understand. As simple as attending to your headache to head transplant surgery. In every level, Hinduism is functional medical system. So my job is to make people feel confident about functionality of Hinduism. Hinduism is amazing. Principled system for business, trades, import, exports. We had a beautiful functional principles and laws. I'll be reviving all of that and revealing it to the world. I am not competition for any country, any religion. I don't hate any country, any religion. I just want to revive Hinduism and Hindu principles. I have tremendous confidence on Hindu principles due to the inspiration given to me by Paramashiva and my own gurus. Guru Parampara. I want to revive the Hindu economic principles, not competing with any country or any religion, complementing to all countries and all religions. I am not competition, I am complement. So with this, we'll now move to the Paramashivoham's meeting. All the committed Kailasians, Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Shudra, all four can attend the meeting. Let's go for the next session. Thank you. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण झीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धान्त स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।